Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Corsace 2021. We have another exciting matchup for you at the 16 UTC time slot right now. We have P Model versus the very cool matchup to close out our Saturday match lineup here. This could be the match of the year right here. You never know. But regardless, I am Chili Repair, one of your commentators. Today, I will be joined by none other than the man of the year, Doomsday.
Whoa, that's a big ask. I have to like build into that now, mate. Hey, I'm glad to be here, back on cast again. Hey, good to cast with you, man. It's been a while since I had a cast with the one and only Chili Repair. Feels good.
It's been quite a while, yeah.
I've had a good look at Team The over this tournament, though. I'm actually very impressed with Team The. These guys have absolutely destroyed what their seeding would suggest. Incredible run by these guys so far, gotta be said.
They have done exceedingly well for themselves to make it this far in the tournament, and in a very convincing fashion at that. Some newer faces to the large tournament scene here on that roster. They have been making waves.
I came into it at, what, seed 16?
Yeah.
And to reach this point is already a massive overperformance on that. And like I say, it has been looking pretty good. And no lucky, cheeky wins here and there. These guys have really stepped up. Really look like they belong at this level. But this is a tough opponent. I mean, P-Model seed number 1, and it's not the first time these two have met, is it?
No, it certainly is not. And I think that we're in for a decent rematch here on a more difficult pool, a significantly more difficult pool in terms of overall star rating and skill sets that we're testing today. P-Model, they're a strong team. They were consistently in the top 3 scoring teams on every single map that they played last week in the semifinals. And if that doesn't scare you, I am not entirely sure what will. The not half bad. They scored in the top half on a couple of maps. They had some rough scores on a few others, but they're hanging in there.
Yeah, the particular strengths that they have, they are very strong on, but yeah, no doubt they do have holes in their defense that can be picked apart by a team like P-Model. So, you know, no doubt this is going to be a nasty one for Team The. A win here would be truly seismic at this level of difficulty, at this hard of a scaling. Team The really have to step it up, even above how they've been so far, I think. But we'll see what they've brought to the table. They've had a whole week to take a look at this shiny pool. We've already seen once today, of course. Bans slowly filtering in now.
Yeah, so they'll get all this all set. I don't think we're going to be seeing anything too uncharacteristic from either of these two teams. I think by this stage in the tournament, they have started to figure out where the strengths lie, and especially the weaknesses here. P-Model, with that No Mod 6 ban, I think really going to be looking to take Ekoro out of this match as much as possible. Team The, with the double time 1 ban, especially against a high skill cap, very strong speed team. You are running with players like Arnold, Majore, Sawada, in FG Sky, even in Utami in that lineup. That is a speed roster to be feared in this tournament. They want absolutely nothing to do with the double time aim pick. They will go for the free mod to follow.
Ooh. You're chatting about Ekoro. That's definitely an Ekoro map if I've ever seen it. Breaking out the Frums free mod. Ridiculous rhythm map. Really hard to accuracy. You can combo through it if you're feeling cheesy, but yeah, that's an AC map. I can see Ekoro doing very well there.
Yeah, absolutely. Rhythmically complex song, and then, you know, you mentioned that accuracy is going to be the teller of the tale on that map here. We'll see how that goes for them. They're going to pick double time 2 for the side of P-Model to start off. They see that DT1. They raise them that speed skill set. Really fast map, really high BPM at 240 now, especially when you hit this finals level. This is a stamina heavy DT2, and they certainly have that.
I think Team The have a pretty good speed lineup as well. Looking at players like Nineric, Fiel, Ekoro as well can step in as a good fill. Their speed roster is their second greatest strength, I feel. In some ways, it's maybe even their strongest. The speed players have been doing well for Team there, but well, here come the next bans. Hidden 3. Not surprised about that ban. That's another one. That's another one that's targeting a particular player and possibly a couple. Bring in Listia. Targeted with that Hidden 3.
Yeah, that strong duo on the reading or gimmick maps is going to be targeted pretty heavily, especially against P Model, who, you know, not an awful team when it comes to that skill set, but it is certainly not where their late stage strengths lie quite as much. And if they can kind of remove that advantage the other team has, they're going to put themselves in more of a comfortable spot here. It's going to be the Hard Rock 3 ban. For it will be the Ryusei Aika Hard Rock 3. Precision map, a little bit more spaced out, very low density on this one. The spaced linears is really what make this map a challenge for most teams.
Yeah, very aim heavy. Both of those bans from Team definitely targeting aim, at least a little bit, so you can see where the telegraphed bans are going. There's still one more ban to go in this round as well, and I wouldn't be surprised if that theme continues.
Yeah, I'm interested. We'll see. I think it should be interesting to see this double pick from here that they have in this first set. Generally, teams like to use that for a solid continuation just to get that back-to-back point here, and they might need to make use of that very heavily here.
It looks like leading on from that double time 2 pick, they're going to go straight into No Mod 1 after that. P-Bottle's first double pick. I mean, with all that mechanics being banned out, you could see that one coming, going straight for the aim.
Again, I think that's, and most of what we talk about this weekend, and I think in a lot of these matchups, is how that skill cap is going to shine through. You start to hit these higher SR pools here, and it really is going to matter how that aim sits in there, your base mechanics, your burst ability. This No Mod 1, 210 BPM, so it's on the higher end as well. Not super slow. It's not going to be as comfortable as previous No Mod 1s here. Also a Mordred map, so we're not looking for some nice, easy consistency jumps here. This map is going to make you work for the entire duration.
Yeah, I hope you like shapes, squares and triangles and stuff. It is a pretty comfortable map as far as Mordred aim goes. But it is definitely got that, the linear edge, I guess. Well, that's that Hidden 2. That's another one that makes sense for teams there. They really are going into the reading.
Yeah, this will be a good pick for them to kind of branch into that hidden skill set here. The Hidden 3 ban from P Model made a lot of sense. You get rid of that flow aim. It's a very comfortable map, especially if you're solid at the hidden skill set. But Hidden 2, you start to get into those space streams, and that'll be interesting.
Yeah, it's quite tech streamy. The sort of maps you'd see in the sort of streams you'd see in like a No Mod tech map when it's going full on into the streams. It's kind of like that, but minus the crazy SVs, I guess, and then on hidden.
It's a lot to ask out of Real AZ to remove those tech sliders, but it makes it work.
You'll drag them out of it, by hook or by crook, right? Gotta be done. Yo, hidden. So free mod 3 rather. Hey,
back to see another Mordred map. Well, Mordred certainly making an appearance this week throughout the picks. We have that No Mod 1 follow free mod 3 up. This is your double uncomfortable mod pick. I don't really have much better way to describe it. Hidden and Hard Rock players alike will have a difficult time on this. Stream focused map. It's basically a consistency test after a certain point. Some more difficult name patterns, but CS 5.3 and AR8, you are looking for those mod specialists on that one.
Yep, Team The really have them. So do P Model though. That's going to be a really close one, I think. final pick then from P Model before the final bands of this set. The DT3, pure speed. And that is really about the speed. Less about the aim, but all about the tapping at over 270 BPM, that one.
Yeah, this is a tough one. This is fast, rather high BPM bursts, almost 280 BPM. Very frequent bursts as well. So for the speed players that are not quite as comfortable, this will start to strain the stamina a little bit as you approach the second half and the later portions of the map. And I think that's what P Model is looking for today when you have those consistent speed players. We mentioned players like Majore on that roster, known for playing speed for their country and Speed Cup tournaments of the like. It's gonna give you that edge.
Oh, definitely. It's definitely not gonna be too fantastic against the 4 of Team The. They have a couple players that can do well, but as a 4, I wonder how they are on extreme speed. Last 2 bands then. No Mod 3. Hey, no more tech. Again, targeting more of the reading centric stuff, although that one is more of a neutral map when it comes to the reading. High SV slider tech.
Yeah, this kind of replaces any of the SVs that you would have seen anywhere else in the pool if they were underrepresented. If you thought they were, it certainly kind of was replaced in No Mod 3. So unfortunately, that'll be gone. We won't be seeing any of that. And then the Hard Rock 1, P Model went for that No Mod 1 aim pick. The is just not going to take any chances with the Hard Rock 1. A little bit streamier for a Hard Rock 1. Didn't really go, a lot of tournaments you like to see generally go the Hard Rock 1 is the No Mod 1, but Hard Rock route. This year, keeping it a little bit more on the stream side of things. This does keep it fairly linear despite that fact, so branching out.
Yeah, quite a lot of the Hard Rock ones we've been seeing have been, more mixed. Or doing different things here and there. And that one's no different. It's very streamy. Not quite No Mod 2 streamy, but it's definitely very streamy.
Consistency map, if you will, I guess.
Yeah. Speaking of No Mod 2, there it is. Final pick from P Model, and then quickly followed up with the hidden one. That's rounding out our squad then for set 1. Stream's going to be the last pick of P Model. Pretty long, well not long, but quite spaced and variable spacing on those streams. And then ending on the high BPM hidden aim map. Very awkward. Lots of anti-aim in that. It's a tough map in my opinion. But very much like Humanly or something.
Yeah, very tough actually. Funny enough, it very much reminds me of the difficulty. You start to get to the top difficulties of the ranked set of Umiuri Kaitetan, and it really does start to feel with those wide angles. It kind of, you get that sense of deja vu. You're playing through that when it gets difficult. I'm interested to see how they hold through that. It kind of makes that No Mod 1 at 210 BPM look pretty comfortable.
It does. It does. That hidden one is properly awkward. It's a nasty one for, I guess, the 4th player having to fill for that. But I can see some of the players in this lobby having a field day with that. I guess we'll see. Hopefully we see it.
We'll see how the rosters look on the free mod 2. We mentioned the first pick from the here. I think looking for that overall mod advantage on this map. They have a very strong mod lineup, especially with some hidden players that they can run on this difficult AK map. Having a Koro on that team for this, being one of the stronger gimmick finger control type players as of recent, will be beneficial to them. P Model running with some players that we've seen multiple times before. I imagine you'll definitely see players like Arnold and Utami on this map. Very strong at keeping the AK through more difficult picks.
Yeah, plenty of control players on both sides of this one to deal with this. But at this level, even players like this are going to find issues accuracying this thing. I can see some high combos though. But we'll see how the accuracy settles, and that's going to be super important.
Very interested to see what the final rosters are for both of these teams. Gonna be running with something I guess kind of expected here, Koro and Listia, two of the strong gimmick players on that side team. Bolex and Hank Selly, might be in here for those mod picks here. Oh, it might be Alfonso, it looks like.
I'm getting Alfonso in. Tends to fill in for a lot of maps where needed. Good utility player. But no doubt, yeah, Listia and Akaro, I think, are the two for Team The to be doing well on this. As for P-Model, though, that's a pretty damn good squad for this. You get an Utami in. I imagine we'll be seeing a lot of Utami in this game.
Yeah, I'd be surprised to not see a lot of that here, especially based on the picks and bans that we saw come out from both of these two teams here. Really looking to that side, especially from The as well, going for that double hidden pick. Utami is just going to become increasingly useful in this match here. On this map, can't really pick any player outside Utami who really stands out, is going to be really comfortable on this. I imagine they're going to run Reedcat on the Hard Rock. He has been playing the heck out of this game lately with the Hard Rock modification per usual, but you know, in preparation maybe even for this weekend here, really going to start to put up those performances, show off that skill cap. Back to the top 90 now as well, so
yeah, he's been making some waves, Reedcat, on really good form. Surely he has to be taking the Hard Rock. If anyone else does, I'll be pretty shocked.
The hidden, a little bit more unknown, I think. FG Sky and Intercambing, both strong hidden players.
Yeah. Yeah, they are, both of them. I think FG Sky, though, would be the one over Intercambing, though. Intercambing, I feel like he's far stronger when it comes to the low AR hiddens. I mean, he's an exceptional low AR hidden player on, like, aim stuff. But I feel like FG Sky will be taking it on something like this. Well, I guess we'll see. It is hard to call.
Yeah, I think I'd be interested to see what it looks like. And it will be FG Sky.
Ah.
So it's Listia to take the hidden.
Here we go, then. It's the rematch. Seed 1 versus Seed 16. It is a true David and Goliath here. The run that they've been on is amazing, but they have a big hurdle if they want to carry on. I'd say they're a fairy tale campaign here. I bet they didn't expect to get this far. But they are
Sure.
here.
Must be very exciting to be here. Can't really let that excitement get to you just yet. You got to make it through this match, and it's all going to start with this first point here. We've got breaks from both sides. So we got a little bit of a slow section here. The map is going to start to pick up in a couple of seconds here. Utami and FG Sky both with breaks. Hank Selly and Alfonso on the side of The. That's one mod player for each side as well.
And the accuracy actually on P-Model taking a hit here. They're with a strong AC advantage on those two reading players, Listia and Akaro.
Big breaks out of everyone here. Listia does finally find a break. It's just Akoro now. He's got Alfonso to back him up, but he's got to hold. Intercambing's accuracy is behind his, but it's only really giving them about 25,000 score in the lead here, so Alfonso really is going to have to hold. Utami,
The smoke.
Whoa.
That's a line.
That was, I couldn't even, it looked like his cursor skipped across the screen is what it looked like, but I'm not entirely sure.
He dropped his pen.
I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Intercambing doing well for himself right now. Unfortunately, it's just not going to quite be enough here. Listia is starting to put up another solid combo, outscoring the next best player by a decent bit on the side of P-Model. And this is just going to be it, I think. Yeah, look at that.
Oh, a nice set of FCs. The combo game is in full effect here. But yeah, I think thanks mainly to Listia managing to pull a bit more forward. And the rest of the team matching. The just about will take their first pick. The perfect start for those guys.
Very good start. Hank Selly, really the only one on The having too much trouble on that map. Alfonso did very well for himself to put up that solid mid-500 combo there to come pretty close to his teammates there, almost outscoring Reedcat with Hard Rock, which is something you can go brag about to your friends later, I think.
Yeah. There's bragging rights on that one.
Yeah.
You gotta shout out those FCs. Great set of FCs from Intercambing and Akoro there.
Yeah. Those are beautiful FCs. Decent accuracy as well, might I add. That accuracy, while on most other maps might not be too impressive, on that is quite solid.
It is. And anything over 90% is pretty decent going, I'd say.
Yeah.
It's not even, like, hyperbole. It's that hard to act that map.
Ikoro put up the perfect combo as well. That's no missing slider ends. That is something in and of itself as well. But P-Model has their chance to respond. They have the double time pick. They have that speed behind them. On paper, I think P-Model has a far stronger speed roster. If we look at some of the picks like last week as well, P-Model was the second highest scoring team on a double time 2 pick, just barely below Whispering Almond by about 10,000 score. A little bit more to the middle line, about 2.2 million. So we'll see what we're looking at for big switches here, maybe.
So I imagine we'll be seeing the P-Model speed squad. And there it is.
Yeah.
There it is. Sawada, Majora, Arnold, of course.
This will be good. I think Knots has actually been doing very well for himself lately in terms of the overall Swedish community and tournament community in general has made massive improvements over the previous year. So we'll see if he's able to hold up for this finals level DT2. Looks like it.
Yeah, no problems at the start. Good to see he's on point for these 240 BPM streams. All day, every day.
S. Does finally drop a couple hundreds there. There goes Nineric. And a little bit of a disadvantage from Fiel, but Arnold does finally trade a miss out there, but that's going to give a little combo advantage. No, it's Sawada breaking. It's even. The Ack, though, on Utami right now is just... It has to be on Knots, and Ikoro finds a break.
Well, the Hunters are coming out now. The Act drop's really coming out now. Nort's dropping quite a bit, but still holding combo.
There goes Majora. Well, unfortunately, not much you can do. We've seen Utami do this multiple times now in tournaments over the past couple of months here. Comes into these stamina picks, these high BPM, even low BPM in all cases. Just far too comfortable on these stamina picks for anyone to contest as of recent here. Arnold doing an absolutely stunning job holding the accuracy after that early miss as well. Nineric as well, 900 combo, but that FC is moving mountains for P-Model right now.
Straight up. But honestly, as a team, that's an incredible score from P-Model again. The speed squad, they're so good. That's such a good team score. 3.2 mil.
That is just barely shy of their combined team score from last week. It's about 300,000 less, which for an entire round of difference, that is not half bad at all. 7.12 star DT stamina map.
And the big point really is the accuracies. The accuracies across the board for P-Model, so good. The misses really were just the odd slip here and there. I feel like any 4 of those players could have had an FC on the day. Pretty scary at this level.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, you look at players like Arnold, who might not have had their best run on that map ever, but that 98% accuracy screams comfortable. You know, and not to mention players like Nineric as well, putting up that S rank for the side of the. So they clearly weren't all out of that, but
no,
just the more consistent roster makes the difference.
For sure. I think Nineric on Team The is one of their core speed players when it comes to that, and the DT3 coming up. So he's on good form.
I'm interested to see how they look on this Nomad one. This is our first real big aim pick of the match here. This is where that overall consistency at the star rating is really going to get to shine through. Again, not a perfect Nomad 1 in everyone's eyes. There are some very interesting pattern aim in this pattern. So coupled with that BPM, it may provide some interesting breaks here.
Can't wait to see all these symmetry jumps. I do love a good symmetry jump map. It has plenty of that. But as far as these go, it is relatively comfortable for that style, but it's definitely not your average, you know, anime No Mod 1. Still a bit of trickiness to it, which might actually suit the players of Team Ver quite well. They did pretty well on Mordred's Hidden 1. A couple of their players actually stood out, although consistency on that map was hit or miss. He has some good individual scores, because come out of nowhere on Mordred's previous maps in this tournament.
Yeah, I think most players in this tournament are very well acquainted with Mordred's mapping style by now, so hopefully starting to get the hang of things. Although 5-minute long map, that's really the consistency test that you're looking for here. I mean, just barely under 5 minutes with the open time at the beginning here, but these AIM rosters are going to need to give everything here. We have some standout names on both sides.
Showing off the artistic skills right now in Smoke.
We're going to enjoy the song and let them draw for a bit.
There's a beautiful piece of art from Fiel. Oh my god.
Yes. Well, let's see if we can see another beautiful piece of art in his combo here. See if his aiming skills with the pen are as, or is he's a mouse player, isn't he? Fiel?
I think so. Yeah.
I think
Fiel
he is
a mouse player. Quite a lot of mouse players on Team Ver, actually. A fair few. Okoro, Nineric. They're all mouse players. I know that for sure.
Yeah, someone should correct me if he is he pen? Okay. It is someone else that I'm thinking of. Okay. Yeah. Almost had it.
Still a lot of mouse players on Team Ver, though.
Yeah.
Unless they've switched last minute. You know, dupe me, but I don't think so.
Yeah. There is definitely quite a few, though. We'll see. Big aim right here. Some early spacing here. Almost cross screens from the beginning of this map all the way to the end. Hank Selly and Listia both finding breaks, but there's the double trade actually on P-Model there. Skill and intercamming both missing there.
So the bigger jumps in the choruses. As usual, it's got the usual, you know, dips and valleys in difficulty you'd expect.
That's a big break from the right there. Fiel, Okoro, and Listia.
That's brutal, man. Just before the verse as well, where it goes a little bit lower in difficulty. Just slightly. Rough timing.
Reedcat's making this map look easy right now. Like, genuinely, that accuracy.
He's got a serious No Mod 1 on him, Reedcat. Really does.
Yeah, the aim is just so confident. I mean, it could even be from playing Hard Rock all that often. It just, you know, you get to these bigger circles as well, and if you have that precision down at the small circle size, you can surely do it with the bigger CS4 here, so I think he's just all too comfortable with this. Same with Utami as well. Both of them, they are just so comfortable with this. The BPM as well. Yeah, not much to say, I guess. I don't know. Skill holding the amazing accuracy as well, just despite that early miss here. Intercamming almost back up to 99 himself, putting up that good combo. Looks like he'll be looking to grab it again just past halfway here. And this has, I would say, unfortunately, already away from whatever The is able to put up here. There is just not quite enough potential score in the second half of the map with no FCs.
Surely not. Especially if we get through the rest of this chorus now with those FCs.
No shot. I just saw two players hit that pattern.
It's just disgusting. That's two FCs coming out of that last chorus now. Yeah, it's... Yeah, I think The is just going to have to take the L on this one. This is just a strong showing from P-Model. All the four of those players hitting that chorus.
Fiel with the GG and Smoke. I think he knows this map is over as well, unfortunately. Utami does find a miss. A little frustrated about that one. A quick cursor dance after missing, but Reedcat's still holding strong. Intercamming as well with the recovery alongside Skill. Oh, and as I say that, he breaks.
We gotta give his power to Reedcat. This guy's no mod 1 gaming right now.
Oh my. Tommy and Skill continue to find a couple extra breaks here. Intercamming and Reedcat relentless through this Ki here. AIM players rise up, apparently. Look at these back and forth 1-2 jumps, cross screens into triples, and neither of them are missing. Stream, no act drops on either of them as well. Oh my goodness. Doubles, cross screens again. Nothing can catch these two. Oh, Reedcat has got to be happy about this one.
Still a bit yet. Let's not call it yet.
It's almost there. He's got a
say it.
couple streams. Oh my goodness. That is a million plus almost for Reedcat. If not
Close.
over a million with the spinner. Oh, so close.
So close. What an FC. That's incredible from Reedcat. Incredible.
Okay. Well, I guess we mentioned all that hard rock and aim farming that Reedcat's been doing over the past couple of days has most certainly paid off. You know, I mentioned that Reedcat kind of shoved himself back into the top 90 after the past couple of days of farming. I don't think anyone... I think I failed to mention that he got there from being ranked 124?
Oh, was it that far down?
He was approximately 5 days ago ranked 124 and is now ranked 89. So he's semi-ready for this.
Yeah, I guess he was just waiting for the moment to strike on top of him, clearly. We'll get back into it. That's actually kind of crazy.
Very impressive from him and Intercamming, might I add, as well. They're both of them beautiful.
Yeah, it's a great score by Intercamming. I won't say anything else about the score, though. I think chat already knows.
I think they've taken that torch for you.
Yeah, let's leave it to them. It'll be fine.
You know what to do.
Oh man, actually really cool to see a map for DJ Myosuke Chu. Feel like I haven't seen many maps. Seeing one here in the Hidden 2, picking out those hidden streams.
Definitely. Reality's definitely the person that you want on this type of map, though, I think, given his track record for mapping for tournaments. It's always a good one when you get the combination.
Right, he's mapped that many cool maps for tournaments. He just knows what makes them tick. This one's no exception. It's another home row. Really cool tech stream map. And it's made all the harder on hidden. Hidden streams are always a sticking point for the mod. And I'm glad to see a lot of it in Corsace pools this year. Having plenty of hidden streams, I like to see that.
No, absolutely. Exciting to see as well. Hidden streams are definitely a big point of difficulty for a lot of players, so it's good to see you making that. Taking a heavy position in tournaments here. We'll see how they handle this one here. Not an easy map by any means. This will be one of the more difficult picks. Not necessarily in terms of mechanically challenging, but keeping that aim and control on these streams is very difficult. And the sliders as well.
See, we're seeing the classic Majora hidden. Majora's favourite mod, I know. Favourite in the whole world. I'm sure he's really happy he has to play this.
Oh, I am of like-mindedness. He is ready for this pick, you can tell. Utami certainly is.
Oh yeah, I mean, Utami's ready for anything at this level. The consistency level on Utami is insane. It's a case of watching for when Utami doesn't FC something or combo through something. That's the story.
Yeah. Well, FG Sky is certainly doing well for himself as well. The accuracy holding true at that 98% here. Tommy finally finds a break. But I don't know if there's enough opportunity here at the ending. We'll have to see. Hankseli and Akora both have some decent scores.
Yeah.
It could go back. But they've got to hold.
Those patterns are unrelenting. They keep going. Hankseli with the break. That's going to hurt.
Not over yet. That's a double break from the biggest combos on P-Model. Triple break even. If Koro finally breaks, though, Bullocks and Listia have it, though. This could go back if both of them keep... Oh, Listia's one of them has to hold, surely. Both of them break.
Oh, not quite the ending, man. It's just that brutal. Everyone died on it. Close, though, for Team Dust.
Majora Hidden will prevail once again.
Oh, yeah, man.
Ruthless ending of that map. That early combo from Utami did make all the difference there for P-Model as well. 150,000 score difference between the two teams, and Utami has little roughly over 150,000 over the next highest player. So really, regardless of that one miss, a lot of that work done by Utami there.
Yep, here's the difference on that one. Consistent scores across the board. Pretty much everyone else getting a similar level of performance. So it's Utami with that notch above.
Well, that's one of those picks as a break point. We're going to go into Free Mod 3. They looked pretty confident on that Free Mod 2 earlier. Definitely a little bit different for 3 Mod here, though. This is a more pattern aim map, more of a stream-focused map rather than what we saw on Free Mod 2, but those mod players are going to have to shine through again on the streams.
Yeah, they really will have to. Free Mod 3 is a map that they've pretty much picked every single week. They've had the chance to, going for that hard rock and then into the low AR hidden. It suits their roster pretty well when just each player can take their favorite mod, and they've had good scores consistently. P-Model haven't really picked up this mod though. At least not until round of 16, which, they won in that one, in the round of 16. But that's the only time they've really picked this, or had this map picked against them.
I'm interested to see what's going to happen here. I mean, if we look at the metrics from last week as well, P-Model had one of the top 3 scores on Free Mod 2 last week, and they lost Free Mod 2 as THE's first pick by a decent margin here. Something to note, however, one of the lower scores on Free Mod 3 across all the teams that played it last week, the only team below them being Pat the Duck. But in that first match around, we'll see what happens in the second round through here.
We'll see how's the overmodding looking, but I don't think we're going to see any.
I would hope not on this map. Yeah, it looks pretty standard here. I think we'll be seeing P-Model run this mod combination quite a bit here. Again, ReedCat, most definitely the strongest hard rock player at this late stage on this team, and FG Sky is just all too comfortable with hidden. It's natural at this point, I think. Same thing with Listia with the hidden here.
I wasn't sure if Insta-camming would have taken the hidden, but yeah, I guess just trust it to FG Sky. Safe pair of hands.
I think, yeah, again, we talk about both of them being very good for that mod combination here, but I guess it depends on, intercamming a very strong player regardless, maybe trying to put up a confident no-mod score. I guess it depends on if they think hidden will make too much of a difference in the score. A little bit of an over-aim from intercamming and ReedCat there by quite a bit, a big chain miss.
FC to 2. Listia almost dropped on the long streams, but holding on.
There's a Koro.
Oh, the stream claims the last FC on Team Dirt.
And once again, we see Utami continuing to push through these difficult picks here. He's got the no-mod. I think P-Model with that strategy of putting one of your strongest players on the no-mod really does work. Especially in these late stages where, solo carry performances are absolutely possible. Yeah, and this one is just looking all but over here. Utami, confident combo right now. Ekoro is starting to build up again. Unfortunately, there's just no backing combo to match up, and ReedCat putting up this hard rock score as well. Utami finally breaks.
No FC allowed, but it's 900k, just about. So, yeah, 900k, just about.
We'll give him a pass.
Yeah, we'll give him a pass. I mean, poor Utami, with the smoke. But that's high standards for Utami. That's still an incredible score. Another big carry performance. And yeah, it's the same old story. Utami is just so good at this high level.
Absolutely is. And I mean, you can tell, you can see just how high of a standard he holds himself to as well. Even a singular miss, and you can visibly see the frustration from his cursor movement and the smoke and all of that. So, being one of those top, regardless of what you think, top 3, 4 tournament players that are kind of out there right now, he's holding himself to such of a high standard that, you see those carry performances so consistently, but it takes a toll.
1 point away now to take in set 1. It's their own pick as well, own double pick coming in. So that's a perfect spot to be in. But I think Team The have a speed roster to possibly combat, especially if they've had time to warm up. But we'll see. P-Model speed roster are already warm, we saw earlier.
Yeah, that the DT2 not too strong for especially with Utami being all too confident on the stamina with Arnold as well. DT3 more of a direct speed map than the DT2. DT2 a little bit more stamina focused. DT3 a little bit more on the bursts here. So we could be seeing some improved performance from the...
Well, they're going to need it, especially with this and then a No Mod 2 coming into it afterwards. Yeah, if you want to save this set, it's going to take a pretty incredible comeback. They're going to start off, going into this speed where it has been their greatest strength P-Model. We'll see. We'll see. I imagine we'll see similar rosters from both teams. Don't think we'll see many swaps from that DT we saw earlier.
Yeah, I completely agree. Especially on the side of P-Model, I think they're so confident in that speed roster now that they've really never been given a reason to change it. And they're going to go confidently into the pick here. We'll see who that last player is. It looks like it was supposed to be Fiel here. There he is. He's back in for Team The. They are going to be hard-pressed to take this right now. They not only need to take it in order to stay in this match, but they have to win their picks following this as well. And on one of P-Model's strongest skill sets, that is going to be a challenge.
It really is. We are seeing actually a swap from Team The. Nords, who actually did pretty well on the previous DT, has been swapped by Listia here. I think that's a fill. I don't think Listia is much of a speed player. That's not looking fantastic from Team The. Unless Listia has been really practicing her speed. We'll see.
Yeah, Listia is never struck as the high BPM burst speed player, but then again, we've been surprised by more things in this game, so, I don't think we have any reason to be surprised that a hidden player will be capable of burst. I mean, Listia, not a slow player, mind you, more focused on the reading and gimmick, but certainly not a player that is incapable of holding themselves. But the finger control on the doubles mixed in as well is definitely where it's going to be very evident who's comfortable here.
Look at that BPM though, 278. This is a proper speed map in every sense of the word. A few doubles, a few 3-4 taps here and there. But it is mostly all about that speed.
Well, Listia and Fiel having a little bit of trouble here. Nineric does finally find a break. Sawada and Arnold have traded it, but Ikoro being the only one holding a combo right now, and with lower accuracy than both of the FCs on P-Model, it is going to start to go away from them very quickly here.
It's coming down to individuals, the specialists. Majora and Utami doing so well. Sawada with the accuracy as well. But Team The are really relying on Nineric here.
Ikoro does finally find that break there. Utami has found a break on the side of P-Model. Majore, one of the only FC left in the lobby. The accuracy holding out as well. I mean, if anyone ever questioned why Majore won this previous Speed Cup, not anymore. Yeah, he's kind of fast.
It's slightly speedy.
He's kind of fast.
Bet he can do the 100 meters in a good time. That fast.
Oh, yeah. He's that fast.
I mean, at
He
the
does
break,
have-
they saw what's up. It's looking pretty decisive here.
A little bit of map left to go here. A couple longer bursts there. Players holding through it strong, but Majori does finally find a break. There will be no FC for him today, but he will take the top score of this lobby by a hefty margin across everyone except for Sawada and Inaric here who are holding up. Ikoro's got a decent combo into the ending here. Oh, it does break.
It's a good sign, though. Holding through the ending there with those longer bursts. But against this speed roster of P model, you're going to need more than one person doing all right. They are just so good at the speed, but it shows how hard this map is. Players of P model's caliber. Arnold was struggling with the accuracy, but they got the super speed players to deal with that very well.
Yeah, I mean, you can see just even the team confidence from P Model on that pick. Without Majore's score, P Model would have still come very close to winning that map with the other 3 players that they have. So, you know, the sheer confidence from them on that as a roster is something that they are going to very much have to use going into this next set here, because they took a very confident set there. That is a 5-1 victory to give P Model the first of these 3 sets. They are going to have to play the second set, however, to determine whether or not the is able to claw their way back into this.
Yeah, it was a pretty strong first set for P Model, especially on their specialist mods, you know, those DT picks. Team though, when it came to their skill sets, the reading stuff, definitely looked like they could trade blows with P Model, but it was still pretty close. It's going to be a tough one going into it, but time to set up a new plan, change bands maybe a little bit, see where they want to go.
Well, they do have their match bans this time as well, so they do kind of have that extra set to work with if they thought that something is particularly not going to go their way or the other team's way here. So they have the security of knowing that those picks won't be here. Unfortunately for they're going to have to make very, very good use of those bans in order to kind of recover a little bit. Again, the 5-1 victory, that's a decent margin right there. There's not too much you can do about that. They're going to have to try.
Plenty of time to make it work. Plenty of maps in the pool to try different things here and there. I think Team The's, pick idea was pretty solid. It's just a case of performing on the day. And a case of trying to remove as many just definite losses against P Model as possible. The extra ban, I don't think it takes a rocket scientist to guess what sort of map they are going to be banning in their match ban, right?
Yeah.
After what we just saw.
Yeah, the speed difference between these two teams, we will absolutely be seeing some notable picks and bans in here. But again, they're going to have a couple of minutes just to figure things out here. They're going to talk amongst the teams, set rosters, set picks, set bans, and everything. We got a little over 3 minutes before they come back after that period. For those of you that are not subscribed to the channel, we're going to run a couple of quick break points here. So if you want to go get some snacks, grab a drink, use the bathroom, do whatever you got to do, go do that now. And I think we'll return in a few minutes.
Yeah, see you in a bit.
And we are back with the picks and the bans. We will be starting off with some match bans, as we previously mentioned. Hope everyone enjoyed that little break, of course, that we had there. Hope you enjoyed a couple of quick ads that you got to view there. If you want to not have ads, feel free to subscribe to the channel. Directly supports the prize pool and all the players and all that good stuff. Keeps you out of the advertisement zone. But regardless, we'll get back to the match at hand here. It's going to be a No Mod 6 match ban for P Model here. They're going to keep that one well out of reaching distance here.
A little bit sad about that, not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Quality Groove Coaster artist, weird ass map, but not surprised to see it banned. And DT1 going to be the match ban from Team There, so holding on to the DT1 ban over any of the DTs we saw, but surely we're going to see some of those appear later on.
Well, I am now eager to see what the full set of bans are going to be. Now that the match bans are gone, of course that double time one from the is going to stay true there. They want absolutely nothing to do with that 270 ppm aim, which I very much understand. They might
DT aim, dude. It's physically impossible.
Especially at this AR and 270 BPM, that is more than a little difficult.
Pretty quick. Even if it is mostly single taps and the odd little burst here and there. It's a quick one. The question is, though, are they going to go into a DT2 or 3 ban first? Or are they going to stick to their guns and go for the more aim-heavy things for bans? The way it's going, we're going to see at least one of those maps, I think. If I was in P Model's shoes, I would definitely be going straight into those DT2 and 3 again. Where possible. As soon as possible. Because they were decisive.
Yeah,
we'll see what these two have plans for.
We'll see. Again, I think it's, there's a difference between these two teams as well. If you kind of look at some of the statistics from the semifinals, even like notable, MVP players from either team here, there's some decent variation between what we see on the side of P Model in terms of overall players putting up good scores here. You see, there's maybe 4 or 5 different players that are going through and top scoring a wide range of picks there between multiple skill sets. You get to and Ikoro is generally the top scoring player across most skill sets for their team, which again is not a bad thing because you can see solo carry performances on these late stage pools, but when you have that overall team consistency on the opposing side, it starts to become a little bit difficult, especially on kind of a skill level that very much favors them. So I think needs to be very careful and pick into some stronger team maps here today in order for this to work, and that's going to make things very difficult for them.
Yeah, they simply have to. It's hard to solo carry against a team like P Model who have a team of solo carry players. They are just that good. First ban's coming out, and we are seeing a change from P Model, banning out Free Mod 2. The one map team though won last set, so already they are a strong map down. Then No Mod 1 followed up, which is sticking to their guns. We did see No Mod 1 played earlier, but it's still an aim-heavy map that they were banning a lot of. Just a different kind of aim.
Yeah, they'll get that No Mod 1 out of there. They don't want Reedcat or Tommy to put up that guaranteed FC on something on there, even intercamming with that good score as well. There was just far too much towards the side of P Model to recover that map in any shape or fashion. So I think they're going to get rid of those surefire losses here. I'd imagine P Model is going to go straight back in for a double time pick here. I think, if they get those picked out very early here, there's less of a chance of having it banned out. More maps for them to make use of, and it is going to be that DT2 stamina.
The button mashers coming out again. Mashing in rhythm. They'll be itching to have another crack at that, and strong first pick. They are going to have to really do something special, I think, to take that first map. But maybe they're prepped now after playing all those earlier maps for 240 streams. It's possible.
Well, they could be. They went back for the Hidden 3. They didn't quite get a chance to play that in the last set, given that it came after the final set of bans. So they're going to shift it up into their picking lineup here. They're going to go for it first. Again, not too surprising there. They lost Free Mud too, which probably would have been their first pick, of course. But I think going into that uncharted territory might work out for them. They looked pretty good on Hidden.
Yeah, going for the low AR Hidden, they'll have players that are right at home on that. But it's still going to be a toss-up in this matchup on the low AR Hidden. But if they're going to go for maps, they got to go for stuff like that. Anything that's like that and open, they just have to pick it. It's the obvious choice. Now, you're not going to see DT3, though. That is going to be targeted. Leaving more aim open, though. When you do that.
It's a smart ban. Again, another pick that I think that the just has no chance of turning around. Getting it out of the match before it has an opportunity to be picked is going to be good for them. DT4 being the only DT map left in the pool. And I can't really say that it's favored towards either team. It is AR 10.1, but a lot of finger control, a lot of slider aim. Very difficult map, but I don't know if it favors P-Model quite as much. Team The, again, no strangers to the faster maps in here. So, you know, when you hit that lower BPM 225, even though it is tech and more difficult aim, you have a lot of those good tech players on that could probably handle it.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's, as far as the DT pool goes, their best map in the DT pool. And it's so wacky and so volatile. It's a nasty map, and solo carries, you know, I can see players, like, mention him again, Akoro doing stuff on that compared to everyone else. I wonder if we'll see it.
I would be both excited and disappointed to see it. Excited because I want to see how these two teams perform on it. Disappointed because of the song, but we'll see.
Well, this is, we have to take these things as casters, man. You got to put the banger maps on just the most questionable songs. Oh, there it is.
Oh, there it is. Oh, we put ourselves in harm's way for you all. We'll sit here and enjoy it.
I'm gonna mute this Discord stream real quick, though. But don't tell anyone.
We'll ride it out. We'll champion our way through it. But the Hidden 2 for the right before the double time 4 pick. So they're going to stick to their guts on the Hidden. They just barely lost that Hidden 2 pick in the other set as well. Just let it slip away. I think for Mutami putting up that good score across the entire map. We talked about him being really the majority of that difference between the two teams. So we'll see that one. Hard Rock 3 is going to make its appearance, having not been banned this time around. So P-Model going to throw Reedcat into the ringer here today on that Hard Rock map.
You got to get your value out of Reedcat, especially on the form he's in. But it's not just him when it comes to the Hard Rock. Not just Reedcat. It's going to be a pretty spicy pick for P-Model. And Team Third ban a lot of Hard Rock usually. Not their strongest choice.
Well, they're going to go back to that Free Mod 3 here for that second to last pick on Team the Mordred map. Didn't go super far in their favor on that last set there. They're probably going into this expecting to make a bit of a turnaround. But I guess it's also a better option than maybe going into some of that unknown territory here, especially being down a set already.
I think, yeah, they'll have a lot of ability on that one, even if it is going to be a bit of a toss-up, like a lot of the pure reading maps will be. But it's something that they can definitely do very well on when the stars align in their performances, no doubt.
Yeah.
Final bans then for set 2. Free Mod 1 is gone, so that's actually quite an interesting one from Team The. Banning out that Free Mod 1 pick. That is very jumpy though, so I guess it still fits in with the theme of getting rid of all of those mechanics. It does leave Hard Rock 1 open though, the very streamy Hard Rock pick. Still quite aim heavy though, but still mostly about the streams. We could see that for final pick from P Model maybe.
We'll see. Hidden 1 going to be that ban from P Model there. They are going to remove that this time around. Not a bad ban at all. I think it makes sense given that, you know, predictably the might have wanted to go for that as their final pick, but I think there's a lot of room to work with here.
Yeah, the way they set that up, I mean, as far as P Model knows, that could be something that the have been very strong on, saving it for the final pick when temperatures are high. They're not going to be able to reuse that now if that was their plan. Oh, hey, the Sonic. First time we're seeing this in this game.
Let's go. Let's go. Good to see the Hobbs map making an appearance, and it's going to be the No Mod 2 again to close it out.
So the last pick from Team they're going to be going into that alt map, the circle tech. Lots of variable spacing on the usual sort of alt style patterning from Hobbs. And then ending on the classic streams. 210 streams with wide spacing and lots of velocity changes, but it's a pretty comfortable stream map outside of rather sudden and wide spacing changes, I guess. So what are we thinking about this set then? There's a few different maps here, a few different routes taken, but I think the bans and that still show that they're going for the same sort of game plan.
I'm interested to see the turnaround that the makes on their own picks here. I think this first pick is fairly set in stone, unfortunately, just given the stark difference in performance from the two teams on a double time pick. But I'm interested to see the unseen Hidden 3. I also want to see if the can make a turnaround on that Hidden 2 pick. It didn't quite go as well as they'd hoped it would in that first set, as well as that Free Mod 3, and again, I think they're banking quite a few of their early picks here on making a big turnaround from their performance in the first set rather than going to new maps. So the seems to be kind of unflustered by the score lead that P Model finished with in that first set.
I think with, DT2 aside, which is the strongest possible start for P Model, the 3 maps following on, I think they'll have a decent chance on that. And if they can build, if they can win all 3 of those, that's an excellent spot to be in. The first few maps in this are going to be super critical, I think. Especially that second, third, and fourth pick.
Well, double time 2 start us off here. Again, I'll mention that this was probably the farthest thing from being a close pick between these two teams. In the first set, I don't imagine that there will be much of a turnaround here. However, this is, it's a new set. It's a new match, essentially, in some senses. So we could see some difference here.
You have to believe, Chilia.
Yeah.
You have to believe. You gotta have faith in Team The. They've got the huddle going. They've had the team talk. Listia, the captain's given his team the hairdryer. We'll see if they come out swinging here. No doubt, if the win this map, we'll see. But if they win this map, that is ridiculously massive. But we don't see it. Let's see.
Yeah. I think we're going to need to see a big underperformance from Utami as well as some improved performances from Team The here. Arnold is going to find the first break for P Model here. He was one of their higher scorers on this before, so there's a little bit of a change. Unfortunately, Knots is not quite as strong, rather, on this as he was in that first set, so we'll see. Listia, again, continuing to have trouble at these high BPM, high stamina maps here, understandably.
Yeah, interesting to see Fiel not play this. Last time Fiel was in this spot, so Listia filling again.
Certainly put up a better score. That Listia is quite literally just not... Yeah, Listia has just lost it, unfortunately. The stamina's just not there. There's a whole lot that's just not working, unfortunately, for them. But Naught's putting up a better combo now, along with Akoro. They're making it look somewhat doable. Unfortunately, the overall team performance on P Model, again, is just prevailing here.
Yeah, they're doing it again. This is just how it is. They got the speed roster to deal with this, just over and over again. There's no ifs or buts on their performance. You know you're going to get a good one on these maps. It's improved, though, I think, from Team The on the whole. I think. Actually, no, it's not.
Doesn't quite look like it. Yeah, I think Fiel's score versus Listia's, I think, is a big difference in their score as a team. Because even though Fiel was not quite their best player on this map in that first set, it was not a 40k D rank. So, Ninaric being the top scorer for that team once again, but just not quite enough. Versus Utami putting up that FC again. Sawada with an improved performance as well. Arnold's continuing to do well. Majora a little bit of a rough time there, but he makes up for that on the double time 2 performance.
Yeah, it's plenty good. I think that one was just a point that The was just expecting to lose. They just take that one and move on to their stronger picks, which are the next few coming up, I think. The P model again. It's another 3 million team score. Incredible DT roster, man, these guys have.
Yeah, this is... Again, you know, last time we started off with Team The having their pick first, so, you know, they were able to get that early start on the board here. It's going to be P model this time, but Team The certainly has full capability of grabbing some points up here, so... you know, this match has only just begun. Team The is going to get their first pick here, so... We'll see them make a big turnaround here. This could decide a lot of the direction of this match, depending on how they look on this.
So this Hidden 3, right, it's essentially the replacement for their free mod 2 pick. They went for that Frums map last round and won it. It was banned this time, but it allowed them to pick this first. So it's going to be pretty important they take this win, honestly. The next two maps are fairly winnable, for sure. But this should be their strongest pick on paper against P model. But you're against a team that have like FG Sky, Utami, Intercambing, Arnold. That is a damn good AR8 roster.
Well, I think both of these teams right now got some scary rosters they're throwing up here. But I guess we're gonna have to trust in the fact that Team The is ready to combat whatever P model is able to put up here. I think they probably have to cut their losses a little bit on certain maps, and ultimately they came down to the conclusion that this was their best pick to open with. So if you can take a point on your opening pick, you can certainly do it for the rest.
Oh yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're playing an AR8 map and you have Listia and Akoro on your team, you always have a chance. Not nice client there, Utami. Close enough, but not quite there, mate. There we go. Give that a nice restart. Here we go then. So this is a high BPM. We haven't really talked much about the map yet, but this is high BPM linear single taps, 252 BPM linear aim on AR8, so it's incredibly dense. Massive density on this. Not that hard to read, but it's hard to snap to these notes and execute it properly on this AR.
Well, it's time to see if both of these teams can either live up to all the hype and what they're expected to do here. We have, again, a very well-known, tried-and-true AR8 roster on the side of P model here. Team The, not quite as much so, but they're going to try and hold on as long as possible, quite heavily on the back of Akoro right now. But We'll see. The map has only just begun. There goes Utami, so it's FG Sky and Arnold now. It's starting to open up a little more for Ikoro to be that solo carry, but FG Sky has the accuracy.
I gotta say, Noughts is holding on there as well, having a decent run so far. Missing a pattern there, but it's a good start though from Noughts. Point still
It definitely is. Listia as well, back up to 350 combo almost here, so it's negating whatever Arnold's doing right now. Ikoro's got a very slight combo lead over FG Sky, and with intercamming and Utami continuing to find breaks, it's kind of nullifying Knots and Bolex here. Yeah, it's those second and third player, or it's the third and fourth players on both teams really having quite a bit of trouble here. There goes FG Sky!
That's big.
Bolex and Utami one more time again. As long as those same 4 players continue to find breaks here, this is all going to go to Team The. Ikoro finds a break, though.
Oh, man, the big one. Listia's still going, though, holding his team in it, but it's going to be a close one. They're still holding for Arnold, who just backed breaks, so that is going to be, yeah, that's Listia now. She can pull this one back.
She's got to hold for a little while here to get that score gap working in their favor right now. The accuracy is still sitting quite in the middle between the two. Arnold at 98%. He's finding a couple extra misses here. It's going to help, but Listia's really got to put the work in right here at the ending if she wants to make the difference, and she finds a miss.
80k in it. Combo's really with P model now, thanks to the recoveries.
Oh,
Final bridge into the chorus,
way.
though. Any time.
4-way break from Team The, though. That's going to make this very difficult. Already 160,000 score in favor of P model. The accuracies, again, they're just doing work here. FG Sky 98%. Does break.
I think it's more or less going to make this outro final chorus section a bit more comfortable for P model if they saw the scoreline. They have all the aces right now. Close, though. Bit dicey in that middle section, but it's not going to be enough for Team The. That's huge for P model, though. Massive breakpoint. I think one of the strongest maps on paper. P model now in an excellent spot, all things considered.
Very unfortunate for Team The. They went for that pick as it wasn't used in the last match, and they certainly made it close for almost the entire time. Unfortunately, you know, Bolex and Knots just not comfortable on this map. They were very heavily relying on Ikoro and Listia to put up some borderline FCs on that map in order to take the win there. So, you know, unfortunately, neither of them being able to maybe go all the way there, but again, it comes back to that overall team performance is really what matters today.
Still plenty in it for Team The, though. The next pick, the first of their double picks. Or the first double pick, or the second one of the first double pick. I can remember. The Hidden 2, which was very close last time, wasn't it? That 200 BPM. Tech stream skilling on that Hidden. Saw it already. Wasn't much in it. It just came down to Utami performing slightly better than everyone else who had pretty much the same sort of score. Really was on the knife edge.
Yeah, this was, you know, this map went back to the side of Team The right at the ending. You know, they had the combos into it. It's just, you know, the relentless ending couple sections of this map really favors keeping, you know, maintaining that aim into the end. So that overall combo from Utami was able to do it. They're going to have to make a turnaround.
Bit of an aside for some of the maps coming up here, but I wonder if Fiel is still around for Team The. With Fiel not appearing in DT2, the next pick's coming up. I wonder if Fiel's still around. He's going to be a pretty useful person for the upcoming maps after this.
Yeah, this could get interesting if he's not here.
We'll have to see. How's the squad looking compared to last time they played this then? Yeah, looks like we're seeing the same roster for Team The. The Finnish connection, Henkseli and Bolex, once again into Team The, with Listia and Akora. It's a bit different for P-Model, though, actually. Seeing a swap from Majora for Arnold. It's a strong choice to swap in.
Yeah, I was going to say, Arnold is definitely a little bit more confident on the hidden picks, I'd imagine. I guess it was more, you know, the speed and the aim required on these streams that they were maybe hoping that Majora was going to be able to make a difference on, but I think, you know, being able to read the hidden on it is going to be more of a difference that they figured out. And it's working. FG Sky does find a break. He was one of the higher accuracies at the beginning on that last set here, but with Arnold making a bit of a turnaround from Majore's score right now, it's a good backup for intercambing now. Utami has found a lot of chain misses. That's a three-way break.
Oh man, huge advantage for Team The. Plenty of this hard part to go though.
Oh, that's another double break from Team The, though. It's just Listia, and that's gone now as well. It's Bolex to hold against the entirety of P-Model right now, and he's doing the work. Intercamming and Arnold both find breaks along with FG Sky. It's just Utami right now. Bolex has about double his combo.
Bit of a build-up, but we're going to get into the nasty ending on this now. Still all to play for. And it's really on one player for Team The. Oh, straight away, Bolex breaks.
He missed on the easy part before it, too. Utami finds a break, though. Ikoro can hold intercamping here, but Ikoro finds a break. Intercamping has all the opportunity in the world to bring this back right now. He's going to bring it back right at the ending. It's a double break from Bolex and Arnold, and that's going to be it right into the ending. Intercamping pulls it off right into the ending. Once again, Team The, they are just so close on the hidden two, and they let it slip away barely at the ending. Intercamping putting the work for his team at the ending to top score that map.
And it really was work. A proper shift. Everyone else was just dying on the ending, but Intercamping keeping his nerve there, and it really needed it. Really needed it. Now they've got a 3-point lead. Some fairly contested picks, both going the way of P-Model. And now they have a double pick coming up. Our Team The needs to do something special now. But this map is a pretty special map.
You really got to feel for Bolex on that one. Almost 500,000, an outstanding score for his team. Unfortunately, into that ending with Arnold just being able to barely squeeze that one through, and then, you know, just that tiny margin. What?
It's all about the fine margins on that map. The clutch really map. Gotta dust themselves off, though. This DT4 is so volatile, though. Could still go either way on this one. Could give P-Model something to think about if they drop this pick. This, what's the name of the song again? I know the song, I just feel like I block it out whenever I come across it. This is,
it's...
Do you want to give this
high-tech
name
something?
You don't pronounce this name, though.
No.
You're not? Okay, well...
I don't know. Do we just leave it unsaid?
We could do.
We could?
Could do. Do you want to just have a gentleman's agreement and not pronounce his name out
to
loud?
not pronounce the name? I agree. I think that's...
Sounds good to me.
I think that's the way. We're gonna promptly refer to this map as high tech.
Yeah, sure.
I think that will be the way.
To sum up this map, though, it is essentially slider tech at a high level, except it's on double time, 225 BPM slider tech. High SVs, although you can cheese the sliders, the accuracy can be a big deal, and there are lots of spaced bursts in between them as well, all over the shop in different like spacing shapes. It's a tough one, this. One of the harder ones in the pool, in my opinion.
Well, we saw Emrek put up some very solid performances on this in the last pool, as well as Dust Ice, so I think we'll be able to see some from the speed players in this lobby here. Nothing too crazy. I mean, the slider velocity is really a lot of the difficulty, but you know, AR 10.1 is pretty comfortable for a lot of these players here, especially at this BPM.
I'm definitely got my eyes on Majora on this, who's known for some very good scores on tech maps with double time.
Yeah, I agree. Majora and Intercambing, both of them very skilled at this type of map here. Majora, again, I do agree, one of the stronger, double time tech players. Both of them break at the exact same slider. Okay. That's unlucky. I guess it's Ikoro to hold. Okay, Utami finds a break as well. Ikoro is simply just the best DT tech player in the lobby, I guess.
Combo gaming, though, but that's all you need.
It's working. Listia's got a good backing combo. Oh, not anymore. It's Ikoro time. We'll see.
Here comes those kick sliders, those repeat sliders.
It is quite literally all on Ikoro right now. He has absolutely no backing from his team. FG Sky and Intercambing both find a break. It's Utami and Majora to try and hold off the train that is Ikoro right now. It's going to work, but it's going to be so close as Ikoro breaks alongside Utami.
Oh, no comeback allowed. What a valiant attempt, though. Just not enough in it. It's so relentless, though. The recoveries are excellent, especially Majora. Goodness me.
Yeah, look at this combo into the ending here. Majora may actually top score the lobby with this one there at the ending. And it looks like he does actually, just barely inches out over Ikoro in the ending there with some very solid accuracy. Intercambing, almost 97% accuracy. That's kind of insane.
Yeah, like proper on this. With those sliders, it's very easy to just cheese it, get the combo. A lot of players did that. Ikoro almost did that to a T with nearly 1k combo, though. But those accuracies, I think, are the standout on a map like this. Brilliant accuracy for this map.
Well, that's the double time pick for P Model. They have their Hard Rock 3 pick now, and unfortunately, Team The, with no points to speak of on their side, are going to have to go into this possible final pick from P Model here and take the win. But they got their work cut out for them.
Yeah, it's going to take a big performance now. All the picks coming up now are at the very least contested, I think. If not P Model favoured, it's going to be a tough one. But every opportunity to do it. Last couple maps were very close. Kind of hard on Team The, but got to dust themselves off. This is Luce's bracket as well, isn't it? So they got to hold on to the tournament lives here with everything they can on this hard luck pick now.
Their position in the tournament, in the balance right now on this last pick here. We'll see. But a short Hard Rock pick, might I add, or a short Hard Rock pick, might I add, 2 minutes and 11 seconds on this one. Not a long map, which means that there is not a whole lot of room for mistakes on this.
No, this one definitely aim focused as well for the most part. Of course, on that small circle size. Lots of anti-aim, wide spacing into sudden low spacing and then back again. So quite a bit of aim control required, but definitely the focus is on that aim.
Yeah, this will be interesting. Very high spacing, not only CS 6.76, but if there was ever a map that was the opposite of dense, it's kind of this one. This will prove to be very difficult. Again, I mentioned some of those, the spaced linear aim patterns are really a point of difficulty in this. But we'll see who holds through it. They're going to bring skill back in for P Model here. Reedcat's going to stay true to the Hard Rock. It'll be Utami and Majora on the Hard Rock as well.
Alfonso making another appearance as well for Team The. I think it's the second map of this one. Match point for P Model here. They win this, they take the whole game.
There's a break from skill. There was an early one from Listia and Bolex as well, but not going to matter quite as much as those later breaks here. There goes Alfonso, though. Ooh, big linear.
That was spicy as a word.
All right. Oh, Knots finds a break. I was going to say, we got a good matchup between the two Swedish players right now. Unfortunately, Reedcat holding and Knots breaking means that this is going to start to fly in the favor of P-Model here, almost halfway over. Oh, Knots just over-aiming that last space circle right there before the ending. And Reedcat, once again, just making it work.
Yeah, this is the Reedcat difference right here. You get him on Hard Rock and he's just like a steam train. There is just no stopping this guy.
Reedcat continuously turns heads every tournament he comes through here, and he always he's got some rough times, but if you catch Reedcat on a day that he's showing up in full form, you better mentally prepare yourself to have a very bad day unless you're FCing stuff. But he is just, the accuracy is holding up, the aim is holding up, he's snapping to the circles too. There's nothing they can do right now.
It really isn't. Listia isn't even playing, just thrown in the towel here. But see, this is just too good for Reedcat. This guy is actually just destroying this map. It's pretty ridiculous.
He almost will 1v4. Almost.
Closest makes no difference. Closest makes no difference. That is a good games. P-Model. The rematch will go the same way as the previous one between these two teams. It's going to be the seed number 1 taking the win over seed number 16, who have had an incredible run in this tournament, but this is where it will end for them.
Well, again, this match was an uphill battle for Team The going into this. You go up against the number 1 seeded team in the tournament, and you can have all the motivation in the world, but this match was going to be very difficult. Team The did well for themselves to take that point in the first set. Unfortunately, they were going to need just a little bit more than that against a P-Model team today that looks quite strong and quite scary going into their next match tomorrow for their second match of the losers bracket. But as you mentioned, this is where we say farewell to Team The top 16 team that has made it to the finals weekend, well surpassing their qualifier seed.
There's a lot of players on this team that many people following may have, maybe seen for the first time. A few big names, of course, but no doubt there's a lot of players on this team that have really made a name for themselves this year in Corsace. Fantastic stuff. Can't wait to see what a lot of these players bring to the table. I know Listia is a UK player, really solid up-and-coming reading player. I'm super excited to see how Listia is going to perform for future things such as OWC and things for the UK. A lot of potential. Can't wait to see how she does. And a lot of the players on Team The. It's been great watching these games from these guys.
Yeah, very exciting. Again, this is a very difficult map pool as well. This is more difficult than what you'll see in most tournaments. So regardless of whether or not Team The had a rough time on this pool, being able to be slightly competitive even on this type of map pool and kind of hang with the big guys, if you will, this is a feat in of itself. So they should be very proud to have made it this far and to have the conclusion of their tournament run end here. Very, very well done to them. Top 6 performance out of a top 16 seeded team is more than enough, I think, to satisfy them for the year. So they should go home with their heads held high after this one.
Yeah, no doubt. And one last word. Ikoro, this tournament? Wow. Just wow. Ikoro has been incredible. Some of the scores he's pulled off, some of the one-man carries on certain maps, Jesus Christ. I'm so happy to see Ikoro popping off in tournaments recently, and I hope he continues because it's a joy to watch him.
Absolutely outstanding. And, again, we mentioned a lot of these players, you may get a chance to see them again. We have the OS World Cup coming up in a few weeks, so you'll be able to see some of these players on their respective countries' teams in there, hopefully. So a lot more action, but Corsace, certainly not over yet. We got our winners bracket finals tomorrow, and all those potential matches between the losers bracket have been filled now, which means that we have 3 more very good matches for you this weekend, and that is before the grand finals even.